Hey guys, Morgan Franklin, the Clever Realtor, and today's episode we're going to talk about Zillow math and how you can beat Zillow and Trulia. Hey guys, welcome to the show, and in this episode of the Clever Realtor we're going to talk about Zillow math. And so what spurred this is I was having a conversation about lead gen with another top producing agent in my market. This person does about $25 million a year in sales, and I was asking her, how do you get your leads? Where do you get, how do you segment where all your business come from? And she said that, about half of it is referral business. 40% is Zillow leads, and then the other 10% comes from open house and traditional marketing tactics. And I asked her to kind of walk me through what she's spending on Zillow, which is a little over $5,000 a month, and kind of break that down for me. How many leads are you getting? And so she dove into the numbers, and we got out a spreadsheet, my favorite thing to do. And it turned out she was spending about $60 for a name and email from Zillow. And that she was converting somewhere around 10% of those. So basically she was spending between $600 and $700 for a conversion through Zillow. And it just floored me. Absolutely blew me away, because I barely spend that much a month on my Facebook advertising, and she was spending, 6, 7, 8 times that on Zillow and Trulia. And so it just highlighted how much more effective creating a brand and video advertising are. And so 2 years ago, back when I first started video, I could get a name, email, and phone number for about $2.50. Today it's more like $6 to $10, depending on what the ad is and how it's run. But worst case scenario, $10. So I'm 6 times more effective at generating a name, email, and phone number than Zillow is. But more importantly, I stopped calling leads. I don't make outbound phone calls to leads, just because I've been able to generate a brand over the last 2 years to where I don't have to make those phone calls. I got rid of my IDX search site because honestly it's terrible, and Zillow does have a better product. Their search is 10 times better. I'm not saying that I won't change that in the future if another product comes out, but I have tried every single CRM, or at least all the big ones I've had: Conversion, Boomtown, Real Geeks. And they're nice CRMs, they're easy, but at the end of the day, they don't convert, and your clients don't go and check your IDX because they're gonna go to Zillow or Trulia or Realtor.com, because guess what? That product kicks the living shit out of every other CRM on the market or IDX search site. And so it's 10 times easier just to go get an off-the-shelf CRM that's like $5 or $10 a month instead of several hundred. By generating a brand, and I think the best way to do that is exclusively through video marketing on social networks, you can generate business much more effectively in a much more, enjoyable manner, because there's nothing I hate more than cold calling. When I first started, I was making those cold calls, I was calling warm leads. And then my favorite is a lead comes across, and then not 5 minutes later you call them and they go, well, I never gave my name or number to anybody. I'm like, okay, well, the internet, the little form here tells me you definitely did. Once you build a brand, those people will start to call you, or even if you're going to continue making those outbound phone calls, if that person has seen 10 or 15 of your videos, they know who you are, they know the sound of your voice. When they pick up the phone, they're excited to talk to you. You can get to a point where you don't even have to make those, because the business is calling you, or they're sending you direct messages or Facebook messages on different social platforms. And it's just 10 times more enjoyable. So, she's spending $600 a conversion. Yeah, I spend about $1,000 a month on Facebook ads, and for that, I'm usually getting 5 deals a month out of it. So $200 conversion versus $600 conversion with Zillow. And so it's 3 times more profitable. The big difference is it takes work and it takes time. Zillow is right now. But if you turn off your Zillow spending, the leads dry up immediately. Whereas if you start making videos and you put in the work and you spend a couple months building up a brand, I could stop making videos today and I would still have business for the next year from people who already know my brand, who have seen all my videos, who recognize me as a realtor and know, like, and trust me because I've put in the work to gain their trust over the last 2 years. And it doesn't take 2 years. You know, when I first started in video, you know, I did a 30-day video challenge, and up until those 30 days I had sold a little bit under 1.5 million, and then I made 30 days of videos, and in the following 45 days I sold 1.7 million dollars in real estate, so more than I'd sold the previous rest of the year in just 45 days off of making 30 real estate videos. And so you don't have to wait for 2 years, but it's just a snowball. And as you start, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until, you know, it's self-sustaining. It runs a business, and you've built a brand, and people just recognize you as the real estate expert in your market. So, you know, Zillow math, $600 a conversion or a sale, whatever you want to call it. You know, my experience with Facebook ads has been about 200, and I've got some other folks that I've been coaching that have been seeing very similar results. So, you know, I can't encourage you enough to go ahead and start making videos about your market, you know, how to, you know, different restaurants and businesses, and, you know, give property tours and talk about new parks and talk about events going on in your market, and become the mayor of your market. And people will begin to know, like, and trust you and identify you as a realtor that they can trust. And the business will just start coming to you, and you don't have to make those outbound phone calls anymore. So if you would like to learn how you can beat Zillow and get these lower cost conversions, I've got a link down below to the 3 best real estate video scripts I've ever made, and I'm somewhere around 300, a little over 300 videos right now about real estate in my market. And so I've gone in and looked at which ones were the most effective. And these 3 videos have been killer. I use them every single week in my business still to this day. And so you can click on that link, get those video scripts. I'm also going to invite you over to the private Facebook group, and you're going to be able to ask me questions directly, as well as interact with other clever realtors. And there's agents that are uploading their videos and getting feedback, and it's a great constructive place for you to get better at generating leads online and growing your real estate business. So thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to always be uploading, to always be closing, and we'll see you in the next episode.